All right. Well, welcome back. Taking up where we left off last time, we're simplifying radicals, and now we're going to simplify radicals given fractions. So what we have is the fifth root of 3 over 4. Now, when we have this, normally you do not like a radical or any type of radical in the denominator. So what we're going to do is we're going to how to get that out of there, and this is how we're going to do it. Um, when you have the fifth root there, we're going to separate this into the fifth root of 3 over the fifth root of 4. That's a 5, not a 3. Oops. All right. So now, from here, we want to get this out of this fifth root out of the 4. Now, in order to do that, we want to create like actually something to the fifth power. So what we're going to do is simplify this again. All right. This is what you would do is you would take, and what I would do is take 4. Now 4 is actually 2 squared. Now we're going to now multiply this by something, 2 to some sort of power that will give me a fifth power. Well, the fifth root of 2 to the third, 2 to the third, if I add, now I can multiply these together, and I'll have 2 to the fifth, right? And the fifth root, that will just turn to 2. Well, I can't just multiply that to the bottom, because whatever I do to the bottom, I also have to do the top, because I only can multiply by 1. So I'm going to take the top and bottom by the fifth root of 2 to the third. Because what I'm looking for is I need to get a fifth root down here. So what's going to happen here is right here, I'm now going to have, all right, this, which is going to be, well, let's do the top first. All right, so I have 3 times, well, let's go right here. That's going to turn to the fifth root of 8. No, I'll just do that. All over, we have now going to be the fifth root of 2 squared times 2 cubed. I can combine these. I'm going to combine up on top as well in just a second. But right here, I now add these exponents together, which will give me 2 plus 3, which is going to give me then 5. All right. I'll multiply these two together, 3 times 8. So now I'm just going to combine everything. All right. So I have 3 times 8 over the fifth root of 2, 2 plus 3, which is 5. And so now my final answer is 3 times 8 is 24. So, and there is no fifth roots or anything I can simplify there. So I have the fifth root of 24 over 2. And that is what we got. That's simplifying. Getting the radical out of the denominator. All right. So once again, write this out, figure out what the bottom is, try to get a fifth root there, all right, or whatever root it is to simplify. Let's try this one. All right. So what we have is the fourth root now. All right, the fourth root. Okay, so fourth root. So I'm going to write this out. The fourth root, and I'm going to separate this, fourth root of 7 over the fourth root of 8. All right, now from here, we can actually write it as, once again, this is the fourth root of 7. And I want to get this radical on the denominator, so I'm going to write this as the fourth root of, well, what is 8? 8 is 2 cubed. Well, that means in order to get rid of this, I need to have another 2 here, okay? So in order to multiply this by that, I'm going to take the fourth root of 2 to the first, and on top, I'm going to take the fourth root of 2 to the first, because that's what I have to do, all right? When we do that, we can combine these, because they are all the same roots, fourth root, fourth root. So we have 7 times 2, which will be 14. All right. And on the bottom, sorry about all this. All right. And on the bottom, we're going to have is the fourth root of 2 to the third plus 1, right? Because we're going to 2 times 2. All right. So that will turn out to be 2 to the fourth, which will then just be 2 again. 14. 4 through 14. And that, my friends, is our simplified answer. Yeah. So the fourth root of 7/8 is actually the fourth root of 14 over 2. So once again, given a radical, a fraction radical, separate top and bottom, get rid of the radical by multiplying, all right? Getting, in this case, get rid of the fourth, all right? If it's perfect squares, you can do that too. But that's how we get that. Maybe I'm going to do one more easy one. Oops, sorry. All right, one more easy one for you, all right, to help you out here. Sorry about that. All right, and just to show you how this works, because maybe some of you are still confused. If I would have the fourth or the square root of like 5/3. All right, so what we would do once again, that would be the square root of 5 or the square root of 3. Now, in the past, we maybe learned this in Algebra 1 or whatnot. We have to get rid of this. Well, this is the first power. Well, in order to get this, we have a square root index of 2, so we need a perfect square. So I'm going to take the square root of 3 top and bottom. Square root of 3 top and bottom, and that's what we have. So from here, we have the square root of 5 times 3, which is 15, over square root of 3 times square root of 3, which is going to be, all right, 3, all right, because these will turn to 9, square root of 9, which will turn to 3, and that would be our simplified value. All right, you see how that works? And then as we go through, we can do that to the other ones. And we're doing the same property, but with higher values. All right, well, I hope this helps you out. Good luck and God bless in the rest of your simplifying radical.